I think just forcing Republicans again and again to have to vote, and every time they have to vote, it makes them wonder, hey, administration, why don't you answer our questions? I think the absence of answers, now we're learning through reporting that Trump is making DOD leaders sign NDAs. It might be Hegseth. What, NDAs? You're not allowed to talk about this? What about the Article 1 branch that writes your budget? What about the Armed Services Committee that oversees your activities? You're making folks sign NDAs. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that if you weren't of a belief that there's serious division within the ranks about the legality and wisdom of this strategy. The premature retirement of the head of Southcom sent a very loud signal to everybody. We had a classified hearing on this a couple weeks ago on the international water boat strikes. They talked about the missions are being carried out by Southern Command. That's not classified. But I asked the 24 uniformed people in the room, raise your hand if you're with Southern Command. Nobody was there from Southern Command. So when we get a briefing on this mission and nobody from Southern Command comes, that tells me something.
Is that the only people?
The only evidence was they tell us that they were drug traffickers. Okay, then you ask the question, well, how about that strike that left 2 survivors? They're drug traffickers. I guess you're going to arrest them and prosecute them, right? No, we didn't do that. We just returned them to their countries of origin and they were released. Well, why not? If they're drug traffickers, why not prosecute them? So they have not provided evidence. They've asserted that they were without providing evidence. They have not provided the, quote, secret list of groups that are able to be attacked based on Donald Trump's say-so. They haven't provided that list to Congress or to the American public. They haven't answered the question about, in each case, if you can bomb, you can interdict. So why bomb rather than interdict? There may be circumstances where bombing is better, but interdiction gets you evidence that you can use to build higher cases. So the interdiction should be kind of a preferred route. We're still interdicting a lot of drug boats in the Pacific, in the South China Sea, so why not interdict? They won't answer that question.